don't know anything about Stanley Parable, who he is, but I'm going to become him. What does that even mean? Who knows? You guys weren't even born when computers look like this. We're gonna have to problem solve. We're gonna have to think. Who knows? We might just be on an Excel sheet the whole time. Okay. So right now, what time is it on the clock? Let's pay attention. Let's use all of the clues that we have, right? It's almost 10, hopefully a.m. Yeah, the sun's out outside, so it's almost 10 a.m. Okay, I'm pressing X on a few items. Okay, let's fucking walk around the office a little bit. There's no one here.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Right.
What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this guy telling me what to do, or is he telling me what I'm going to do, or is he just not going to tell me anything until I do what he told me to do?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, first of all, you don't have to keep talking to me in third person. I'm the only fucking person in this office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, fuck that. I'm gonna do the opposite of whatever this bastard tells me to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
suck me
Stanley
dry.
knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Type shit on God. Is that the lounge? No, it's not. I want to stop by the lounge. I want to go back and go to door number 2, bitch. Now what? Oh, fuck, it's locked.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
Okay,
and
shut up.
And took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I don't think I'm actually gonna do that. Haha. Now what?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This is gonna cost me my life for sure. And then the doors close behind me and I'm fucked. I think I probably should have listened to the ominous voice, boys. Fuck it, let's jump off the edge and die.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
We have.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
That's what my enemy would say.
Your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I'm the main character.
Neglecting Stanley.
Fuck it, there's only one door to walk through, boys. This isn't that complicated. Okay, I'm in the factory storage room. This is a major departure from when I was working on Excel. Oh! Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa! Oh!
Gotcha!
Fuck you!
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
This guy just said that I didn't have a wife and then told me to come inside.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Right. Good morning, employee 427. Press square on your controller. No, I don't even want to do it. I'm gonna press X. L3 and R3 together. R1 and L1 together. Fuck it, I'll press square.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Fuck
he
you.
has a job that demands nothing of him. Is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I know, you don't have to put it like that.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Fuck this guy, man.
Nah, I'm with my...
Spend time with the boys.
So,
couldn't press
he
that
went
fast
further.
enough. Bro, I don't want to press these buttons.
But there is no answer.
Whoa.
How could there possibly be?
These...
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he
Yeah,
always
shut
has.
up.
Nothing
We
has
have to do
changed.
that.
That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it anyway.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Yeah, go fuck
How can I
yourself.
tell him
Please
that
die.
Stanley
Shut the
pushed
fuck. I'm not
button?
gonna die, you
And I tried
dumbass.
again.
No.
And Stanley pushed a button.
No.
And I tried.
I pressed X. I was pressing X to make him shut up, and then I think I killed myself. This is gonna... I'm gonna really sound like a dumb person when I say this. But if I make the same choices, am I gonna get the same result?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh, tips are not getting
Feeling a
fired.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I like this. This is actually my instruction manual for the moderators in my Discord. Slick blue graphic as a header. Yeah, throw some bevel on all the text. Okay, shut up. What's going on over here? Synergized. This is a very corporate setting.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, suck me dry. How about that? Hell? This looks like we're going to hell, boys. Ha! Well, it was inevitable.
He began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Never thought of that.
Doors close automatically behind
Fuck
him
you,
wherever
because
he
you're an
went.
asshole, that's why.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah,
were they
it's the
simply
same thing.
Repeating?
Shut up.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, I'm flying.
The strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What was that?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Schizophrenia.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. Everything will be fine.
Type shit on God.
I am okay.
That's a good affirmation. If you guys ever find yourself fucked in the ass or something. All they did was get a guy with a good voice, give him
This is the story
acid,
of a woman named
and just
Mariella.
say talk. And then they made a game after that.
Gathered her belongings and walked to her place of work.
Is that
But
Stanley?
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
SP?
And then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Bro, this is the easiest
When
game
Stanley came
map.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Meeting room, but there's no fucking
Yet
meeting.
there was not a
Suck
single
me
person
dry.
here either.
What's going on over here? This is a fucking boss. This is a goddamn. This is a luxury hotel in 1885.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Let's cook,
and
boys.
so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Fuck! I already fucked it up.
But of
I already
course-
fucked it up. Bro, if my boss calls me a little baby or something, I'm gonna be pissed.
28. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
How
by
lucky.
sheer luck.
Sheer luck.
Amazing.
Are we going up or down? Are we going up or down? We're going down. We're going down.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Whoa.
large door that
I don't wanna
read
go there.
Mind Control
Nope,
Facility.
I'm not going there. I'm going back. Alright. Oh, escape. Huh. Seems like a better alternative. Or do we have a better... I think I can overcome the mind control.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
Oh yeah,
thought
this
to
came
himself.
from my
Did
boss's
he have the
office.
strength to find out?
Type shit. I have the strength. If you're gonna challenge me mentally, then that must mean that you're mentally challenged.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? But here was the proof. The
Bro,
heart
where
of
the
the
fuck
operation.
are we?
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm starting to agree with this narrator guy. I mean, he does a lot of yapping, but I'm starting to drink that yappuccino. Let's try
And when
it
at
out.
last he found the...
Yeah, sure. That's easy, boys. The beginning of a nude. My controller's vibrating.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Bro, you
Where
haven't even
had
asked
his
me one
co-workers
puzzle yet.
gone?
Give me a puzzle.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
No idea.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
None of
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
That's very Zen Buddhist
And
of him.
Stanley was happy.
And then Stanley was high on heroin. And he closed his eyes and hallucinated. I won. I beat the game, boys. W's in the chat. Oh, for fuck! Why is this game rated so high? Like, this game, everybody...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Go
door
fuck
that read
yourself.
Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, suck me dry.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
It was a trap.
that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Uh-huh. I'm going anyway. Fuck you. Did he get shot?
As
I'm
the machine
I'm
bled
vibrating.
into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
My controller's vibrating.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Farewell. Okay, so I'm starting to get that it's,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws,
God
killing
damn!
him instantly.
What the fuck? Is that me? I'm good. Stanley Parable. Bro, that's a hell of a way to go out. Why do they have these torture devices in the office?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office,
he's
as
running
alive as
back.
ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
It appears Stanley is fucking invincible. I mean, honestly, bro, what
When
the...
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see
Yeah.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I still don't really see that. Underground. An early version of the... Bro, you guys are talking about early versions of the game as if this is some, like, masterpiece, like, bro, I mean, respectfully, I don't know anything about games, but does it really take you fucking 5 years to make this? Maybe I'm ignorant, naive, disrespectful, inconsiderate, and insensitive. Never claimed not to be. This was the first iteration of the elevator, and then we evolved to shut the fuck up.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Type shit.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
She knows I'm on
As long as you
PlayStation.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Okay. I died. My controller was vibrating, and I was just listening to her. Turns out, I was supposed to try to be saving my life.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
No,
I don't think so.
This is obviously not
I
the story.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Start over again.
You win!
Woo!
Congratulations!
W's in the chat, boys! Let's
I know
go!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's pretty simple. Fuck you. How about that?
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No, no music. Copyright claims. No music. Go fuck yourself. I already fucking outsmarted your bitch ass. Bro, the person that drew this yellow line was way drunker than I am, but I'll try to catch up. Whoa, I guess I have to walk on the roof like fucking Spider-Man. Let me walk on the roof.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I hate this guy. Guys, can someone screenshot this, memorize it, send me a picture, print it out, put it on my wall? The worst part of this is I actually am memorizing the fern. Copy pasted. If you needed me to draw that right now, wouldn't miss a pixel. I can't go through that door. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now there's more ways to go through the line. This is kind of like real life. The worst, I mean, the worst part
You know
about...
what, Stanley?
Oh,
I say
fuck!
forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Nothing.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we
Don't
make
say
up
we.
our own story? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Don't say we,
How
okay?
important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
What the fuck? You've been playing the confusion ending for 1727.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what,
Okay, let's read all this
8
shit.
times? I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
I
I'm
would
not quite
agree.
sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
They do say
So
that.
I hope that's where we are right now.
We're in the
We'll
journey.
find out, won't
We're
we?
obviously still in the
Eventually.
journey, you fuck.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
This guy's a fucking bastard, man. Whoa, new content.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Bro, he didn't even give me a trophy.
10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "We're so many games
Okay,
that
bro,
aspire
I don't
to be
give a
more
fuck.
than games
Respectfully,
end up
let's get
less
the fuck
than
outta
info."
here.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
Facts.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
That's facts.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
These guys really got me thinking. I'm kidding. I don't really not think at all.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded
Honestly, that's
explanations
how
of
I
what's
feel.
happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Me too.
And here it is. Go ahead and...
Yeah, pushing it. Yeah.
Not
pushing it.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling
It's
monologue full of
1:08.
unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice.
Type shit on God. Shut the fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
fuck you.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
That was
But
another
that's the power of
15
the
minutes.
button. I
Fuck
want to
you.
say maybe
Push it.
30,
Push
45.
it. Fuck you.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
that was-
12 hours.
No, it hasn't.
You've just been
Fuck
frozen
you.
there.
I'm pushing
I don't
the
know why
button
the skips
as
are
many
getting
times as
longer,
I
but they're-
want.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh.
You're back. You're back.
It's
Oh,
been
my
years.
goodness.
He
I
got
have
older.
someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Maybe you should just
2
stop
weeks.
yapping.
I've been sitting
You ever
here
thought
all
of that?
Time. I have had time to think about you
Good.
and about us.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Start talking. Yep, yeah, go fuck yourself. I'll skip it again. Oh, fuck, the clock broke. What time is it? I hear the beeping. Ah, skip forward, fuck.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human
I
condition.
wasn't looking
But
for
where
funny.
are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said...
Yep, good. Skip forward.
The end is never the end.
Shut up!
End is never
When
the
will this
end,
guy
is never
learn?
The end is never the end. 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 Is never the end.
I don't embellish the
Is never
facts.
the
I cook it
end,
up.
is
I
never
spit
the
it raw and
end,
get
is
a hell
never
of a
the
track.
end, is-
As I go forward, this post-apocalyptic scene will become more and more dangerous. Hey, can I climb through now? Oh, let me guess. I have to fast forward more time. Skip it. Skip it. Yeah, we're cooked, boys. The plants are growing in the office. Yeah, skip it again. It broke, boys. Skip button broke. And I'm sideways. Oh, cool. Jump off the mountain! This is not where the office was. I feel like I'm in that movie, Dune. It's gonna be a long walk, but fuck it, right? Oh, well, fuck me. Huh. We're back in hell.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
I'm never gonna make it home. System power on. I shouldn't have to press it, but...
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah,
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
Crazy
what you
Kate
wanted?
Sherburne, welcome!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long
Why
until detonation
the
then?
fuck would you have nuclear detonators in your
Say,
office?
now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
It's
It's
making a
your
lot more
time
fun.
to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Oh, dear
Bye.
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're
Fuck
supposed to
you.
be doing right now? You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
I'll
30
do it.
seconds until a
My
big boom
controller's
and then
vibrating
nothing.
a lot,
No
boys.
ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Whoa,
Will you
relax.
cling desperate from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up?
Jesus Christ, that was scary, kind of. A little bit.
My first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Boys, if they say Gabe or Beast Child, I'll take a shot right now. If they do it.
Jim.
Yeah, go
Sorry,
fuck
I
yourself.
should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your
That's
name.
what I
whatever
thought, you
name
little
that is.
bastard. Go
Here,
fuck yourself.
let's have-
The thing is, even if they gave me a gun in this game, there's no one to shoot. I mean, there's no people here. If I were to give 3 health tips to young men, I would say smoke marijuana, snort cocaine, and inject heroin every day. That was a joke. That was a joke, guys. Every hour!